I spun myself back into World 1 and headed back to my house. Since I had made last week's episode, the first episode of this series, I had gotten a good suggestion by a user named Zeitzer who also pledged $1 on my Patreon. Thanks for that. But he also suggested I make some kind of museum that highlights new items in different versions of Minecraft. I thought this was actually a good idea, so I went ahead and started building this museum, calling it Memory Museum. But I want to feature more than just items from each version of Minecraft. I want to feature just that. Memories. Things that stick out. Times that are ingrained in my memory. So much of this game is about the memories you create. It's strange, but with Minecraft, I feel like we do a lot more looking back than forward. Who knows where I will be in the months to come when this Polyworld becomes very dense. I'll probably create new homes in each of the new parts of the Polyworld as it generates, but I want to always find a way back to this memory museum. I'm not building it too big for now, but I plan to add a room for each version of Minecraft we update to. I ended up running out of cobblestone, so I had to go mine for some. And like any normal person, I felt the most efficient way to do that would be to mine underground and find some iron or coal or what have you as you are mining for cobblestone. I need to be careful as this labyrinth underground grows more and more, however, that I don't lose my way. I found some gold, but I lacked the iron at the moment to pick at it. I went ahead and made 8 stone pickaxes too to give myself a kind of time limit, quote unquote, to how much cobblestone I needed. I thought by the time I run out of 8 pickaxes or so, then I would have had enough cobblestone to continue building Memory Museum. I kept finding lots of coal as well, which will be useful, but it's almost annoying at certain points to find a block of coal. You know it's better for you to have it, but the thought of having to go through and mine a likely very large vein is tedious. I continued trekking deeper and deeper into the mine, and more lava and coal and iron came my way. Eventually I decided enough is enough, and fortunately I was smart enough to keep a trail of torches to guide me along the way. It was time to get back to finishing the museum. As for what I'll specifically put in it, I'm not sure. I think I want to leave a sign with some kind of message for each update perhaps, something that reminds me of the adventure that took place. As for any items, I'd have to leave them in chests for now, but would add item frames once they become readily available. InfDev provided a lot of change and unnumbered version updates throughout its history, but perhaps one item that can symbolize it is the golden apple, a very unique item that came out in InfDev and could perhaps really be an icon for that update as a whole. Once I finished the basic structure for Memory Museum, I wanted to go out on a bit of an exploration. I felt like the museum needed something more, something to decorate it and provide more importance to it. I noticed a slight trail of flowers heading up there on my way. And wouldn't that be nice, albeit a little tacky, to have a continuous trail of flowers heading towards the museum? So I made an excuse to explore out of it. I tried to build a boat until I discovered that there weren't any boats available in InfDev, so that's something to look forward to. I'd have to stick to land masses for now. So I headed to the mountain coasts of this apparent continent, walked across the sand beaches as to not get lost, and I looked for flowers along the way. It seems that in this version of Minecraft, the flowers spawned rather commonly, so it's good for me to have been hunting for them in InfDev in particular. I found a cool spectacle at the end of my little flower hunt, however. It was a lava fall coming out of the side of a mountain. The glowing lava trickled down the side of the mountain in an eerie yet calming way. I feel like this strange feeling of tranquility in something so dangerous as lava is rather unique to Minecraft. But as I was being mesmerized, I realized something. I had not been leaving a proper trail for me to return to. I didn't leave any sort of marks or way for me to find my way back. No giant tower in the sky, no torches to lead me back home. I made a grave mistake. I was lost. Everybody's experienced this at one point or another in Minecraft. It especially was noticeable in InfDev, where everything looks pretty strikingly similar. After 30 minutes of searching, I gave up. I couldn't figure it out. My navigational skills in Minecraft just aren't what they used to be. But instead of just killing myself, I left a little memento to come back to if I ever managed to find this place again. This time I made it obvious if I ever climbed this mountain, I would know I've been here. A good mount of torches should do the trick. After depositing all of my items and saying my farewells to this beautiful landmass around me, I knew it was time to say goodbye. Oh, almost forgot to store my armor. I knew it was time to say goodbye and give up on finding my way back home. A better player could have found it for sure, but that was the extent of my ability in that regard. Losing things, having to backtrack, or just being delayed in general are all things in life that perturb us. It's tough to deal with loss of things, of people, of friends, of family, or whatever it is, but time is a one-way arrow as far as we understand it, and we have to move on. So I know now the first thing to add to this museum. It's easier to try and toss the loss aside and forget about it, but I believe it's more important to at least somewhat remember it, so we can grow from it and move on. Thank you guys so much for watching. I really appreciate you sticking with this series so far, and if you like it, again, please comment. If you really like the series, then consider checking out my Patreon. You only have to donate at minimum $1 per video. It's nothing, no big deal at all. But because he's a patron, he gets his name in my videos now. And so if you like that opportunity, consider checking it out. I also have SoundCloud. All the music you heard in this video was my own music that I created, and so you can check that all out on my SoundCloud. And I have a Discord channel as well. But first and foremost, if you haven't already, please subscribe. And thank you for watching. I'll see you guys next episode. Goodbye.
Oh.